Hi, I'm Richard Chamberlain. Welcome back to the Protecting Your Family's Future podcast. This is episode number 110, and today we're going to be talking about using a transfer on death designation on your home. Now, here in Ohio, we have this procedure where a person who owns a home can put a beneficiary designation on their home. It's called a transfer on death designation affidavit. Now, what you do is you sign an affidavit that says, I'm the owner of this home, and when I pass away, I want this home to be transferred to this person or to these people. It does not impact your ownership of the home while you're living. You're still the only owner of the home. You've not actually transferred it to anyone. You still are the sole owner, or if you're married, you and your spouse are still the sole owners of the house. And when you die, or again, in a married couple situation, when you both pass away, then the house transfers to the beneficiary or the beneficiaries. And a probate is not required. They are able to record a new affidavit along with your death certificate or your death certificates that would then cause the home to be transferred to the surviving beneficiaries. So a lot of people will think about this as an option for their estate planning because it's an easy way to have the house not have to go through the probate process. We've talked a lot on the podcast about why you might want to use some kind of a method to avoid probate. When you're doing your estate plan, we've talked about how probate works and the pitfalls with probate, the expense, just the loss of control, all the different things that are associated with probate that you want probably to avoid. If you haven't listened to those and you're curious about that, please just go back and listen. They're all throughout the history of the podcast. Now, way back in episode number 9, we talked about using beneficiary designations to avoid probate. And they are effective in avoiding probate, but they might not be the best choice in your particular circumstances. What we said back then was, it depends. And that is a standard lawyer answer because there is no one-size-fits-all answer. It's going to depend on your needs, your goals, the facts of the case, your family situation, what other assets you have, and what goals you're trying to accomplish for your beneficiaries. Are you trying to protect them? Are you trying to protect the assets for them? Are they capable of managing assets on their own? So depending on all of those things, using a beneficiary designation like a transfer on death designation on your house may not be the best approach. So go back and listen to episode 9, and you'll learn more about the specifics of what we're talking about there. But for today, we'll just say, if you use a transfer on death designation, you probably really only want to use it if you're leaving the house to one particular person. If you're leaving the house to multiple people, if you have 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, and you are leaving the house transfer on death to all of them, then that creates, sure, it avoids probate, but it creates a potential issue with, well, now what are they going to do with the house? Are they going to keep it? Are they going to sell it? Are they going to be able to agree on what to do with the house? And let's say they do agree to sell the house. Now they all need to agree on what realtor to use or whether to use a realtor at all, what price to sell it at. They all have to be involved in that process, and their spouses have to be involved in that process as well, because they have what's called dower rights to any real estate that they own. So they have to be involved in that sale process. So having a transfer on death designation to multiple beneficiaries can be very challenging. And in those situations, using a trust is usually a much better idea. So again, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish, whether or not a transfer on death designation beneficiary is going to work for you. You really need to consult with an experienced estate planning attorney who can sit down and talk to you about what you need to accomplish, what you want to accomplish with your assets and for your beneficiaries. So if you'd like to sit down and talk with one of us, you can reach out to us. Our contact information is in the show notes. If you are in Ohio or in Michigan, we can help you with that. So I hope that's helpful for you today, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks.